So yeah, apparently that's what happened. That's what this girl's saying. Apparently one of the guys in the group, or two of the guys in the group, bought the alcohol for these girls. There's a lot of backstory, and I could show you some shit, but I heard this video is coming out, but now it's out. Let's watch it together. And then if you're not like caught up or something, we could look at other shit. But let's look at this, bro. Let's look at this.
Hi guys, it's 1:45 in the morning, and I'm finally by myself.
Wait, this video discusses multiple forms of trauma, including rape and sexual assault. Okay.
Which I know doesn't sound that crazy to be by yourself at 1:45 in the morning, but this week's been pretty hectic, and there have been a lot of people around telling me what to do, giving me advice, trying to help me, most importantly, and that was a lot, and now I just want to be able to do this and just shoot straight into the camera and just talk to you guys. I've put myself in a lot of situations where I've needed to apologize for my past actions, and I've never done this correctly, and I've never done this respectfully, and my last video is a testament to that. I don't want to defend that video. I don't want to delete that video. I just want to be clear. What this video isn't going to be is it's not going to be me discrediting Trisha, Kat, or any other woman involved. I'm going to be using words that may trigger some survivors, and that's just so I don't explain anything vaguely, and I can explain every situation appropriately. I want to start this video off by saying I fully believe the woman who came out against Dom and said she was assaulted by him. As was reported, the next day I got consent to post the video. Even though I got the consent to post that video, I should have never posted it. And what I understand now, and I didn't understand before, is that she sent that text because she felt like she had to, not because she wanted to. And that's fucked up, and I'm sorry. When she later reached out a couple months later to take the video down, I immediately took it down, and I want to apologize to her and her friends for ever putting them in an environment that I enabled that made them feel like their safety and values were compromised. I'm so sorry. I was completely disconnected from the fact that when people were invited to film videos with us, especially videos that relied on shock for views or whatever it was, that I was creating an unfair power dynamic. I did not know this before. It was completely wrong, and I wish I was more responsible, and I wish I was more aware at the time, and I'm so sorry I missed that. I didn't know what was going on in that room, and I should have been. I should have been there, and I should have been making sure that everybody involved was taken care of and wasn't uncomfortable. I don't want to use buzzwords to try to justify this or explain this, but all I can say is people felt like they had to be silent for the sake of my video, and that's not right, and it's fucked up, and I'm sorry. I also want to acknowledge the women that spoke out against Dom in 2018. I'm talking about...
Okay, wait. So I'm seeing people say they're confused. What are you confused about? Because I've been keeping up with this, so I could tell you what you're confused about. I don't... What are you confused about? So, David makes these vlogs with all his friends. He had this one friend, Dom, who was from his hometown, who went to, moved to LA with him. And he hasn't made videos with this guy in a while. And this guy, Dom, has had people come out saying that, he's, sexually harassed, assaulted, whatever. Like, all these things against this guy. So he doesn't fuck with this guy anymore. But at the time, this was like 3 years ago, they made this video. And one of the plots in the video, in this vlog, was like Dom had made like an IG post or like an IG story saying, hey, if any girls are down for like a foursome, hit me up or something. And like girls hit him up. And they thought it would like be a funny like bit in the vlog. Yeah, some girls just like came over to the apartment, and it seemed like he made it seem like, yeah, like they just had like a foursome and shit, whatever. But apparently one of the girls was like blackout drunk and apparently was like raped. So that's where it's like fucked up. And so when he's saying, "Oh, I didn't know what was going on in that room," dude, to be honest, like, I don't know what I believe, bro. I don't want to believe that someone like, you know, I've watched him and these dudes, like, I don't want to believe that he would like be cool or like know that someone's getting raped. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to believe that. If that's the truth, then that's the truth. Then he knew about it. Then he should be, you know, the same shit that whatever that guy who raped the girl, the same shit should happen to him, to be honest. But I don't know. I don't know what to believe. I don't know. It's, you know, this is only he knows. You know, only he knows what he truly knew. But yeah, so that's what's been going on. That's what's going on now. So an article just had come out, and yeah, an article came out saying what happened on that night and all that shit. No, they weren't minors. They were just under the drinking age. So apparently the girl was like 20 or something. It's still wrong that she was drinking underage and, like, you know, but no, they were not minors. They were not minors. No one said they were minors. All right, so that's let's just see, because there's a lot left in this video.
And I'm sorry. I also want to acknowledge the women that spoke out against Dom in 2018. I'm talking about Allie, and then I'm talking about other girls that address their problems privately or publicly. I'm sorry I didn't listen to you guys. I am sorry that I took Dom's word for what happened in those certain situations, and I didn't believe you. And not only did I not believe you, but I made a joke of what kind of a person Dom was, because I couldn't wrap my head around a childhood friend of mine doing this to people and actually hurting people, and I'm sorry for that. Not only did I discredit you, Allie, but I platformed Dom. And not only did I platform Dom, but I platformed the subject of sex in a negative way, where I made jokes about it, and I reinforced that kind of behavior. And I'm so sorry, and I really let not only you down, but a lot of people down, a lot of people that watch me and my friends and family for that. I made the decision to no longer film with Dom in 2019, and I'm not saying my content has been brilliant since then, but that's when I first started taking into account the power dynamic and what influence I had on people that I was filming with. But what I didn't do is I didn't go back to any of these women and apologize. I kind of moved on, and I learned from it, and I grew from it, but I didn't address the situation with these women. I'm not talking publicly, I'm saying even privately. I didn't reach out to any of these people, and that breaks my heart, knowing that I was doing all this stuff and I was making all this content while there was people that were still really hurt by what I made. Before my content shifted to be more responsible and positive, I said and did things that were really offensive, and I called them bad jokes, and I can't even call them bad jokes, and it was cowardly of me to say in my last apology that I missed the mark, because...
Oh, by the way, I'm gonna pause it too, again, because you know, I saw a lot of people with dots. I don't actually think this is fake crying, to be honest, because the guy in the last couple days has lost his sponsors, and a company he started, he stepped down from, and people have said that this company is worth hundreds of millions of dollars. It could potentially become more than that. Yeah, I think you'd be crying too, or you'd be upset too, bro. If your whole life was being, you know, fucked up. And I'm not saying he did nothing wrong, because he's admitting to the things he did wrong, but, you know, he's not the guy who was doing this crazy shit. It was that fucking, you know, it was that fucking guy, Dom. So, and this is just fucked too, because it's like, you know, it's one thing if he got exposed for he was the one doing the shit, but he's getting all this shit for his friend did it and then lied to him and shit. Cause dude, it's like, dude, if you had a friend who was actually doing that shit, you'd think he'd be like running to you, telling you that he was doing this. Like, that's a crime. That's some criminal like shit. So yeah, I don't know. Let's just watch, bro.
And I called them bad jokes, and I can't even call them bad jokes. And it was cowardly of me to say in my last apology that I missed the mark, because it's fucking gross. And I'm sorry. A lot of people reached out to me saying cancel culture is bullshit and you need to fight back and you need to call people out. And I don't agree with how this should be taken at all. And I think when there is a crisis, there's a serious opportunity to correct yourself, to learn and improve, and to make sure those mistakes don't happen again. And that's why it is so important to hold yourself accountable. And I think with this situation, there's a lot I can look at and there's a lot I can learn from, but there's a lot of mistakes that I made, and I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for everybody I've let down. I'm sorry to my family, and I'm sorry to my friends that I've embarrassed, and that this won't happen again. I'm gonna take a short break from all the social media stuff because I realize there's a serious lack of infrastructure when I make any kind of content. And I wanna be able to have a place of checks and balances. I wanna have HR, and I wanna be able to have people communicate discomfort in a way that's comfortable to them, and where they don't feel like their emotions or what they're doing or how they're acting is compromised. It doesn't feel right to go back to posting like I have been, and it also doesn't feel right to go dark because I love what I do. But I think it is important to show that change is possible and that I'm learning, and maybe even forgiveness is possible. I want to use this opportunity to step up and own my mistakes, and like I said before, I've never done apology the right way. And I'm sure I'm going to look back at this and I'm going to be pissed at some things that I didn't say, or I wish I could have added more. But this is my beginning to that, and I'm sorry for everybody that I hurt. I also want to add that I'm making myself available to anyone that wants to reach out that I've hurt in the past. I want to be able to hear and understand from yourselves, and I'll be reaching out on my own to some people because I still have a lot of learning to do. And I think when you talk to other people, especially about experiences like this, it really helps you see things in a different way. But yeah, I'm sorry if this video was all over the place. I just wanted to sit and talk and ramble, and I really truly hope that someone can take something away from this experience, that another creator can take away from this. And I know it feels, because I know how crazy it felt to me that there was some sort of toxicity or some sort of power dynamic in my friend group. But really just take the moment, especially when creating content that you're trying to get viewership out of, or you're trying to get laughs out of, like really take a moment and look at where the jokes end and where the feelings begin, because I think that's so incredibly important. Okay, I'll see you guys. Bye.
I don't know, man. I'm just seeing mixed reviews in the chat. I mean, some people saying fake apology. I don't know what more you want the guy to do. Like, he apologized and owned up for all this shit. I mean, what could he do? Like, what else could he say? Like, what could he have said different? I'm really trying to think about it. And you know, he didn't do anything wrong. Well, no, he did, and he said what he did wrong. He just didn't know it was wrong at the time or something. Like, I don't know how to explain like this like power imbalance thing, or like when he was talking about she gave him consent, right? That was because she felt pressured to give him consent to post the video. And I don't know. This is a tricky thing. What? Los defending him? Yikes. What do you want? What do you mean defending him? Yikes. We just watched the video. He came on here and owned up and apologized. He's not the one who did it. I'm confused on what's a yikes about that. First of all, I'm not even defending him.